3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome to Happy Wax TV. So I've never done one of these before, but I thought, maybe I'll start them. I've had a ton of you guys ask me about my collections and stuff of figures and my Blu-rays and all that sort of stuff that I have in both studios. And so anyways, what I thought I'd do is just a bunch of random episodes, whether it's a Blu-ray haul or I show you stuff throughout my house with my collectible crap. So I thought, let's start episode 1 just with what I picked up this weekend. So I'm just gonna go through, I don't even remember what I bought this weekend, so this is gonna be a surprise for me too. So I'm just gonna go through the discs that I bought and maybe tell you why I bought them, and then I guess we'll just go from there, and then, I don't know, once a week or so I'll throw more of these up. So anyways, this one I bought, it's like a 2-movie set Blu-ray. Well, the reason I bought it was for All Hallows Eve. I haven't seen this movie, but I heard good things about it. So, and then the other movie, Mischief Night, I've never heard of that, but it's on there, so it's going to get watched. Now, I'm a big fan of old collectibles and also old movies. If I can find the stuff on VHS or Beta, I will. One day I'll do a video on all the VHS I have, but my friends at The Beat Goes On set this one aside for me. It's Class of Nukem High, and I'm a big Trauma fan, so this is definitely going to get watched soon. What else we got here? Another one that I found of old classic. Again, I have The Wizard of Gore, which is it's a 2 Blu-rays disc. It has The Wizard of Gore and then the Gore Girls. Both movies are classics, but The Wizard of Gore, when I was growing up, was one of the movies that I loved when I was in high school and stuff. And I actually came across this movie. I don't think there's many of them around anymore, but Jumbo Video used to have their horror section in the very back, and it was like a separate room, and I went back there, and man, there was tons of awesome stuff back there. But I came across this movie one day. Now the effects are horrible, but you know what, it's just cheesy, good, old, horror gore movie, and I love it. The Wizard of Gore is why I bought this, but it just so happens that the Gore Girls are on this disc as well, so it's a win-win. And then the other one, I have John Wick 2 on Blu-ray, but I do not have the original John Wick, and I fucking loved this movie. It was great. It was one of those movies I didn't know a lot about when I went to the theater, and after seeing it, I was like, what the fuck, this is great. I love Keanu Reeves anyways, but this John Wick character of his is fantastic, and I can't wait to see John Wick 3, to be honest with you. Oh, what else we got here? Kiefer Sutherland, he is he's just a great actor. I mean, he's been around forever. And I saw this movie, quite a few years ago with Axemaster. We watched it, and it was kind of a diamond in the rough. We didn't really know what it was about. It's called Mirrors, and if you haven't seen this movie, I would suggest maybe finding it, because it really is good. And it's kind of one of those movies that didn't get hyped too much when it came out. I don't think it did very well at the box office, but it really is a really good horror movie, and it's creepy as fuck too. So it's basically he's a night watchman, or gets a job as a night watchman. I think he's a night watchman, and the art gallery that he works at is haunted. So it's really a really good movie. What else we got in here? Okay, so actually let me just do this one quick. So this one, whoop, this is gonna fall. Okay, so The Dead Next Door. I watched this movie, I don't know how long ago, and I burned it off the internet, but I've never owned a copy of it. So I came across the DVD the other day when I was in The Beat Goes On, and I think to myself, why do people trade this stuff in? I don't get it. I mean, this is another movie that's just campy, gory schlock, you know what I mean? But it's fucking awesome, and it's a great zombie movie, and if you haven't seen it, give it a chance, because it really is good. So if you can find it, make sure you check it out, The Dead Next Door. Okay, now, I am a huge fan of Steelbook Blu-rays, and I just collect. One day I'll do a video of all the Steelbooks I have. I love them. But let's just see what I got this week for Steelbooks. Let me get rid of this thing here. So, okay, Inception. This movie, to be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I think I'm like the only person that didn't really care for it, but I just bought it because it's on a Steelbook, and I don't know, Inception. whatever. Sucker Punch, another movie that didn't do very well at the box office and actually got ripped pretty hard. But you know what? If you break this movie down and take them out of the asylum scenes and all that nonsense where she's like dancing and all that shit, but there are some really good scenes in this movie, like the Nazi zombies and some other, and the samurais where she's fighting the samurais. Like just those segments alone make this movie fucking fantastic for me. And it's on Steelcase, so it's a win-win. 300. I don't even need to say anything about this movie. Like really, this fucking movie is fantastic. And this is one of these movies. Even though you've seen it 100 times, if it's on TV or you catch it on Netflix or something, you just can't shut it off. You really can't. And this is whatever. Steelbook. I mean, I think I have like 6 copies of this, but who gives a fuck, because it's on Steelbook and it's the movie 300, so you have to own it, and as many as you can. Watchmen, fantastic movie. I know pretty much all of you have seen this movie, but I have the Blu-ray and the DVD, but I do not have the Steelcase, but I do now. So yeah, when I saw this one sitting there, I definitely picked it up. And well, let's do this one. E.T. I mean, this is a classic. I mean, it doesn't need to fucking say anything. I mean, it's a classic movie. If you haven't seen E.T., where the hell have you been? And I own multiple versions of this movie. I've got like the box sets and the Blu-rays, DVDs. I think I actually have this one on VHS, but I do not have the Steelcase until right now, so now I own it. But yeah, if you have not seen E.T., what the fuck you been doing? Go find this movie and watch it, because it's awesome. Now, Cloverfield. Do not have this on Steelcase. Well, I do now, but wasn't that awesome last night at the Super Bowl there, where they announced that they were going to show Cloverfield 3 on Netflix later that night after the Super Bowl? Like, I mean, I was fucking floored, because I knew it was going to come out in April, and I knew there was talk about the movie, maybe being picked up by Netflix and then shown, on Netflix instead of at the theater in the April time slot. But then they fucking surprised us all, and how awesome is that in this day and age that they're going to announce a movie literally hours before it gets streamed? I thought that was awesome. Watched it last night at Axmaster's house. It wasn't the best movie, but it was pretty good. And I think the fourth installment comes out later in October. And again, the big thing is it going to air on Netflix, or is it going to go to the theaters? But I'm kind of stoked for the next one, because it takes place, I believe, in World War II. I think it's called Overload. So, but yeah, I don't know. I love those Cloverfield movies. I think they're all great so far. So this one was probably the weakest of the 3 so far, but even still, it was pretty good. And then this one, I couldn't pass it up. Fantasy Island. I mean, I don't know. It's a complete first season. I mean, a lot of movies, or a lot of TV series, they get through their first season and then they kind of go downhill. Fantasy Island, unfortunately, was one of those, but the first season was fantastic. I couldn't not pick this up when I saw it. It's just awesome. And then this is the one that I was kind of excited for when I saw it. And again, I do not understand why people fucking trade this stuff in. And it's mind-boggling. But Lost in Space. When I was a kid, like 8, 9, 10, I used to fucking run home from school, because Lost in Space would come on Channel 43 in the afternoons at 4 p.m. and school let out for me anyways at 3:30. So there was no snowball fights after school or hanging around in the yard playing marbles or any of that shit. I would book my ass home and sit in front of it, because this was it. This was for me when I was growing up. This was it. Lost in Space, bang. You know what I mean? If you haven't seen Lost in any of the episodes, I mean, there's so many good ones. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, find them. Find the episodes on the internet and watch them, and you will fucking love them. It's so fantastic. And the good thing is, I'll do an unboxing of this maybe in the next video, but it's got lots of shit in here. It's got a whole slew of collectible stuff. So again, I don't understand why people get rid of this stuff. So anyways, Lost in Space, that's the last one. So there's my Blu-ray haul for this week, and a couple DVDs and one box set. So yeah, there we go, guys. I guess that's the first episode of Happy's Blu-ray haul. And well, I buy Blu-rays and fucking box sets like every week, so tons of them. So yeah, there'll be more episodes to come. So I don't know, let me know if you like this episode or not. Again, I will do an episode where I talk about the shit that I already have, but I got to get through it all. I mean, it's hours and hours and hours of stuff that I own, so eventually I'll get to it all. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you have any comments about some of the stuff that I got, Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that stupid little bell icon so you know when I post. And yeah, until next time, guys, stay scared.